stage 24. We're back with the main team, Ramses and Miguel. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
And we have background Becky, of course.
And little baby Miguel. Asleep.
And little baby Miguel, yeah. So, we got a full team here.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We're all back together.
Huzzah!
So,
I've only missed 1 week.
yeah. Well, you know what? Grandparents randomly showed up, so when that happens, family's important. So, that's what we say here on the show. Family is important. I can hear the game going in the background. Stupid commercials always up here. But yeah, this is our first time attempting a kind of a little live stream here. So if you're listening to us and watching us via Twitch, well, thanks. And if you're not, well, you can do so next time.
If someone is even on Twitch watching it, but we have a Twitter, and I don't know, Ramses, you're in charge of the Twitter space. If you send a link that we're live and live streaming.
Yes, I did. I already retweeted it. We are live on. We are live, and if you want to find us on Twitter, we are on SR_Secret Stage. Again, our Twitter is SR_Secret Stage. All one word. That last part.
Also,
and we'll have a link in the show notes as well.
Yep. Also, as well, we are now set up on Twitch as well. So whenever one of us wants to live stream something, we'll be on there. We'll announce it via Twitter. But if you want to, our Twitch is twitch.tv/Secret Stage.
Yep. So it's everything now, folks. We are taking over the world slowly but surely. One of our
Let's not forget, Jared. Our YouTube is now back and active again.
Yep. And I was going to get to that in our little show updates after we did What You've Been Playing, because I figured we'd talk a little bit about Bonus Stage.
Well, but we're doing right now all of our social media. I figured it'd be a quick opportunity to talk about it.
Okay. Doing a little posty thing. Oh, shoot. My browser's acting retarded. That's all for that. Also, I'm hearing myself in the background, people. There we go.
Anyways,
Whoever has a little echo.
you want me to handle the promotion?
But yeah, I can talk about that. I'm sorry, folks, and probably edit that out of the full episode of me getting my browser acting retarded. But yeah, the Secret Stage games YouTube is back and running again, which is really awesome. Our first new video was done by me. It is called Bonus Stage. It is a companion video to this podcast, which will feature a recap of the episode for those who did not listen to it, to get you tantalized to listening to it. This time, of course, I talked about how Ramses had his cool story about games that almost were, and you have an update for that later in this episode.
Yes, I do.
And I also, talked about Evan guest hosting in and talking about AC Unity. So if you watched that episode and listened to the previous episode, you've now heard that 3 times, but sorry. And then I also started adding in a little new thing into this, which is my retro review of the week. I'm going to try to do one with every one of these episodes. It'll feature some game from the 8-bit or old school handheld era, maybe 16-bit stuff. I've been considering it. And considering I've slowly been trying to collect footage from Fire Emblem Rekka no Ken, I'll likely be doing a talk on that probably some point in December. But the next episode will hopefully feature a game we talked about a few weeks ago. That was kind of a little minor part of my childhood that I always wanted to actually own a copy of. Thanks to the internet, I kind of can. And it was the Goonies game, which apparently was a Japan-only game, but had a slight sort of arcade release here. And I'm going to revisit it, and I'll talk about that in the next episode. And then, of course, I wrap up every one of these episodes with shout-outs. So those will go to different projects we're getting involved with. May even promote some of our own stuff, because originally, Ramses, I hate to say this, I was originally going to have my 3rd shout-out to be the Ramses Project. But then the 10th anniversary of Metal Gear Solid happened. Metal Gear Solid 3, rather, happened. And I was like, oh, I need to talk about that. Plus, it gives me an excuse to throw on a Snake Eater remix that I actually really like. So, I'm sorry you got bumped. I feel bad.
I'd rather get bumped because of Metal Gear than something arbitrary.
Yeah. So I'm doing my best to kind of just get little promoting things here and there for things. So, uh, it's kind of like the updates section that like I do before the news, and it's just for fun. So nice, like I said, supplementary videos. We'll hopefully be posting some of our live stream stuff there, and just about any video related things that tie into the secret stage will end up on that YouTube channel. So, it'll be fun.
Yep, and I would like to say that I know that I had my I do my indie game of the month stuff. I might try to bring that back as much as I can, and while we do that, I will live stream that indie game of the month for you guys. I know that this was back when before I had my leave with my kid and everything. This is the game that I'm live streaming right now. It was the last indie game of the month that I promoted. It was a Jet Gunner. So
Yep.
that's being live streamed right now on our Twitch. Well, it was to you podcast listening people, but you can go on our Twitch, watch the live stream. If you don't want to listen to the podcast, stop it, wherever, and want to listen to it on Twitch, you can, because right now we're simultaneously streaming and recording this as well. So
yeah, we'll have to see if we can make this a habit.
Yeah. So you want to watch us play it? If you want to watch me play it, it's awesome. That's cool. Also, Jared, if he pops in to play his, we'll get in. Or Rami will play his too. We'll get in there. We'll play. It'll be awesome. It'll be good. Right now, if you tuned in for the last, I don't know, however minutes, you've seen the start screen on Twitch. It's, just press enter for like the longest time.
Well, we can start playing, and actually, no, wait. Before you start playing, we'll do the what you've been playing segment. You can start. You can get yours out, and then you can start playing while Ramses and I talk, and everything will be cool.
So obviously, what I'm gonna be playing is Jet Gunner currently right now, and after that, I recently purchased a Wii U, and I've been playing Mario 3D Land on it.
Okay, that's the one where Mario can get the cat suit, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that game looks like so much fun.
It is fun. I have that, and I transferred most of my Wii stuff from my old Wii to my Wii U, so I've been playing some of my old Wii stuff off of my Wii U console. And, I'll talk about the Wii U console because I'll have my console review for it later when we talk about reviews. But that's what I've been playing right now. This is what I'm playing, so I'm going to go ahead and start it up because people probably have already been like, this is taking too long, we're out of here. All right. So
well, they can hear us, so at least they got that. So they know we're building to this, but all right.
All right, so I'm going to start up. You guys continue on what you're doing. I'll join the conversations too. Yeah.
Alrighty. Ramses, would you like to go next, or should I?
Yeah. Trying to think right now what games I played. I didn't really play much, so I'll go next.
Okay.
I've been playing a little bit more Fire Emblem. I decided also to start playing GTA San Andreas for what was up?
No, I'm just gonna die real quick. I'm streaming. I'm not doing the volume down on the game. It's overpowering you guys. There we go.
Sorry, that's fine. Okay.
Right.
It's not coming through that way on my end, so recording should still sound good.
Yeah, I don't hear anything either. You sound perfect on our end. Anyways, as I was saying, I decided to play a few minutes of GTA 5 on Steam, and wow, that game's broken.
I thought you said San Andreas.
Oh yeah, San Andreas. Yeah, San Andreas.
I mean, 5 did get some patches, but that was for the next gen version of it.
Why did I think 5? Anyways, yeah.
Tell me, is what's it called? Hot Coffee actually the PC version of this?
I wouldn't even know. I think they patched it out.
They patched it a while ago, but there's mods to get it back, I think.
Yeah, it's deep, very deep into programming. Like so deep, in fact, it's not even funny. I'm pretty sure what that patch did was they further put it along deeper into it. The reason why I say it's broken is that they took out they took out all your saves. So all the saves that I had before, they're gone.
Oh.
The resolution's screwed up beyond belief. Like the game is
that can make the game unplayable, dependent on how badly it's messed it up.
That's all I gotta say. And also, they half-assed putting in 360 controls.
Okay.
If I mean half-assed, I mean literally they just put in support and they didn't bother to patch in like prompts in the actual game to tell you what buttons to use. So I'm like, at the very beginning of the game, like right after Samuel Jackson takes everything from you, and you got revenge to take him out. You're supposed to go meet up with your friends over at the cul-de-sac, and you're left with a bike.
You just ride the bike down a couple of blocks and then meet up with your friends. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Imagine, if you will, that initial part, but they don't tell you what button to press. It's like press button B to press button 1 to do this. I'm like, what the fuck is button 1?
Well, could you go to your options and at least see what button 1 has been mapped to on your keyboard or your controller?
No. Let me tell you why. They don't tell you which buttons are mapped.
Oh, that's just stupid.
That's your responsibility on that one.
Yeah, no, but not only that, the problem with it is, the huge problem is that Rockstar tends to take a lot of like fan made stuff and implement it into the actual game, and there's a lot better fan mods they could have used to streamline that stuff other than just other than joystick support.
Well, the thing is this: if I want like a game that feels like it has a bunch of fan mods in it, I'll play Saints Row.
Yeah.
Saints Row feels like it's just been fan modded with all the weird stuff you can do and how over the top it gets.
Well, no, I mean the fan modded as in the sense of like, it has this patch so you can actually use the controller. It has this patch so it has the prompts, this and that, blah blah blah. So like they're very very cool about fans modding their games to make things easier.
Yeah,
more ease of access.
For the PC version of San Andreas, they did a lot to improve like the flight controls, so you don't have to deal with the James Woods missions as difficult as they originally were.
But the thing is also...
Yeah, the remote control airplane mission also got easier due to fan modding.
Yeah, so it's like they have stuff like that implemented, but at the same time, it's like this is really half-assed. Like, this is like really very disappointing, especially considering all the especially all the support they've been putting in, that they've been using with fan support. That's really is sad just to see all this like happen. And the other game I've been playing in that same vein was I actually started playing Retro City Rampage. I played that new mod. We're talking about the new DX version they put out.
Yeah, that I was all annoyed that I can't get a update for on my PlayStation. So I either buy a brand new version of the game I already own, or just play my game without the fixes. However, like I said, I can wait for it to be on sale on my DS because I think it'd just be fun to play the DS version.
All I gotta say is it's worth your wait. What's up, Neil?
Since we're like side noting here, this game just reminds me so much of Super Rad Ray Gun. It makes me want to play Super Rad Ray Gun again. Like, I could honestly, I could just play this game, but I kind of want to play Super Rad Ray Gun again. But Rams, let's get back into. Okay, so San Andreas has got patched and is now terrible. That's a
yeah. You would think that they would have made something for the better, but they made it worse.
But I'm a fan of that era of GTA. That's one of my less favorite games because I loved Vice City and 3 had its moments, but San Andreas had a lot of flaws originally that I really didn't like.
But on the plus side, if you, I did play the Retro City Rampage update to the DX version.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now, is well worth your time. It's a lot of stuff has been streamlined for the better. I like the fact that now you can choose your weapons on the grid. Stuff like the stuff you can do to outrun the police is actually a lot better. It's a better experience. I think, in my opinion, I think Retro City Rampage DX is well worth your time. If you can find it on sale, that's great. But even if it's not on sale, I'd say buy it. Like, there's no excuse.
It's PC too, so I can always grab it on my PC.
Well, it's PC, but I think this game lends itself better also to stuff like the 3DS and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would probably be the version I'd end up grabbing.
And other than that, it's just those 2 games. Oh, one more thing I've been playing a lot of recently. I've been playing Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, That's fun.
Nice. I picked up
My
it was free on Steam.
Yeah, it was free. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be free again. Hint, coming in the next couple of days. But I'm not gonna like put everyone's hopes up. But regardless, we are playing. Me and my friends on the Shinjuku station. We were just playing the game, but we decided to play a new mode, a new fan made mode called Oh my god. We were playing Tank Ball.
Huh.
Basically, what you do is like you have 5 seconds. No, you have 30 seconds to get as far as you can to the exit until and then other players come in as tanks and they're invincible and their objective is to block you from going from getting you to the exit.
Okay.
So it's you against like it's like if it's like group of four, it's four survivors versus four tanks, and yeah, chaos ensues. And the reason why they call it tank ball is like if they get one of you guys, if the tanks get you, you're just gonna be tossed around like a pinball.
Oh, nice.
And what was great, like I got a guy. And he flung. It looks like something out of Dragon Ball. Then when the survivors started coming right at me, I just jumped and I pushed. And I just like tumbled into the ground. So fun. No, they're free. They're on the workshop.
That's the fun part of Steam is you get stuff like that.
Yeah, it's on the Steam Workshop. You can get it absolutely free, and it's like that's like so like if you want to play something that's not the traditional versus mode, play that, and it's so much fun. I'm gonna try to see if I can put up a video of it, but the thing is we're trying to keep it hush hush from someone for right now, because we really want this guy to play this game we really want this guy to play this mode because like he was really salty the last time he played eight player versus. And you just want to see the salt flow when he sees this mode. So we're like,
well, yeah, by all means, play your prank on your friend, and then after that, I don't think there's any rush to getting a video of that out. But yeah, by all means, it's just I have no problem with waiting for something like that if it's gonna tie into a practical joke because
not a practical joke, but more something along the lines of like. We really want him to see this because it's so absurd.
Okay.
Well, other than that, that's all I've been playing.
Alright, my list has been kind of shorter this week, too, I'd say. Finally beat Deadly Premonition. I got the Platinum Trophy, so I have every side quest completed, beat the entire game, collected every card, including the secret 65th card. Which is of Swery himself, which is a hilarious looking card. He has like a bandana on, and he has like a giant bowl of ramen. And it just looks so derpy, and I'm like, that's great that he didn't make himself look cool. He didn't make him look all serious. He just looks like he's like, what, a card of me? And I'm just like, this is awesome. I just dig the silliness of it.
Yeah, I've seen that card.
Yeah, but unfortunately, after that, I started up a little of Atelier Ayashi, which is part of the Dusk trilogy of the Atelier games. But unfortunately, I haven't played a lot of it, which is more of my fault, but it's also the fault of another game, which is a little game I played called Fire Emblem Rekka no Ken, which is the 7th Fire Emblem game. It's the first one to come out in the US, which was just called Fire Emblem. Yeah, I've been playing through this. I'm still technically in Lynn's story. I'm at like the very end of it. I need to finish it off. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm having a conversation with a guy on Twitter about our favorite characters from it, and just in general, our favorite Fire Emblem characters. And he was talking about how Sane is awesome, and I'll agree, Sane is actually a pretty cool character. Once he gave me like the context, because it was like, there's plenty of characters to point him out, but...
I like how when I'm dying, there's a little slot to keep getting upon them, so I don't lose my side chances. Upon myself, I still get a chance to play. It's a fun and stuff.
Awesome.
So my life account is down.
Oh, fell into that. But yes, I've been done with that. We had a little discussion about our favorite characters and who's a cooler character and what have you. And I even talked with another friend who this was the first game in the series he played, and he's very much in a whole I don't like this franchise. I'm like, no, you don't like this game because the game is flawed. But I'm going into it with a more open mind this time around. I loved the Lynn part of the story. I did not like the Elowood part of the story, and that's more of what I'm worried about, and I'm just shy of it, and I think I've been delaying on it because I'm afraid I'm not going to like the rest of this game, but I obviously have to man up to get through that. I'm going to do a retro review of it because the game came out in 2003, so I think that's old enough to warrant a retro review.
Yep, sounds like it.
And then been still playing some Pokemon because stupid Nintendo is making me get all excited for the new games. Thanks, Nintendo, and your stupid, really good products that I enjoy. Jerks. But beyond that, it's more or less what I've been playing. And for those wondering why I did not add Metroid 2 onto my list of things I've been playing, even though I did the review of it, that footage was actually used for a previous video I was going to do before we started this podcast, where I considered doing like little retro reviews. So I actually played that several months ago, but had the footage and had the written review. So I abridged the written review and just kind of did that. So that's to explain that. I don't want to just make it sound like I stole someone else's footage. No, that's my footage. I did record that, but I recorded it back in like May or April when I was considering doing a retro game YouTube channel, but ended up not doing it, so I stole the footage, and that's why. But yeah, it's been kind of not a heavy game week, but it's because I've also had real life stuff get in the way. Stupid real life stuff, and your stupidness.
The worst game ever.
Yeah. But at least it's fun talking with different people about some of the games I'm playing, and I'm looking forward to enjoying a good JRPG. Because I get JRPG obsessed sometimes. Right now it's one of those times. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we can get on moving on to the news. If I can
Sounds pretty good.
Here. So, as always, before I start the news, I have a couple little minor updates. So, update number 1. If you haven't seen my video, I talked about this, and I talked about it earlier in the episode, but I'm going to talk about it again. Metal Gear Solid 10th anniversary, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater 10th anniversary. Yay! I love this game, especially because of all the camouflage options and things like that. I actually really liked that. I liked getting the secret uniforms from some of the bosses. I liked the bosses. And I like the fact that the game allows you to murder Ocelot and instantly get a game over because of it. And everyone I know who's played the game has done that. Usually not even as a trying to get the failure thing. Or what that, Miguel?
I've done it.
Yeah. Because I did, because I was like, there's no way the game's gonna let me do this. So I pulled the gun out and just shot him, and it's just like, what have you done? Time paradox. Like, that's hilarious. And it's always fun because one of my friends has the story. Everyone I think has the story of screwing up at the pain boss fight the first time. You just don't know what to do, and you're like, damn it, and you restart the game. Yeah, the River of Death. The River of Death boss fight. I have a friend who went through the entire game killing every single guard he came across.
Oh my god.
It's like a body count into like 200 or something by that point. And that River of Death just like doesn't end for him. I've always played this game as more sneaky. Like, I'll sometimes use a sleep dart if I have to, but otherwise, if I can just get through a screen without even firing off a round, I will. Because it's just too much of a pain to deal with that, and if you end up triggering, an alarm, then suddenly you're gonna get jumped by like 10 guys. Screw that. I'd rather just escape unseen. So he was just playing it guns a-blazing and didn't realize that was a boss fight. And he went through it and then had to reset it, and he got all pissed off because he's like, damn it, I died. What am I supposed to do? And one of his friends is like, and then the actual solution, which I'm not going to ruin here. And he's like, what?
Jerry, it's been 10 years. I think
Oh, you're right. No. So you take the revival pill that you have in your inventory. So you take the revival pill, and someone told him, like, you take the revival pill. And he's like, what? It had to go through the 200 so body count River of Death a second time and do it. Because he basically rage quitted after the first time when he died. And then one of our other friends told him that, and he was just like, I got that stupid River of Death again.
You know what the weird part is? I figured out that by accident how to get out of that, how to end that sequence.
He told me, he's like, there'll come a point in the game where it's going to give you a game over, use your revival pill. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, just, when the game forces you to have a game over, use your revival pill. And I'm like, just remember that, and then enjoy the game. And I'm like, okay, whatever that means. And then when I get this boss fight, it like echoes in my head. I'm like, wait, how do I get to my... And I press R1 or whatever, that brings up your inventory, and I'm like, oh! Beep, beep, beep!
Yeah.
Huh.
Not only that, you know what I really liked too in that game was the end sniper battle.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Different ways to beat him. You can
Did you guys ever eat? Did you guys ever kill his bird?
No.
No, I never got his bird.
There's like
I have.
ways. There were like multiple ways to do it for the end battle. You know, one, you actually did the whole sniper battle where you snipe and do all that. Or there was the clock cheat where you pretty much just move the clock ahead on your PlayStation. Like a year or two.
Oh yeah,
or 3,
let
and
him die.
then you die.
Actually, a week.
A week and then you die.
Yeah.
And then there was a part where
You don't need it that much.
And then there's a part where you can actually find the sniper gun with the door. You can actually kill him.
In the cutscene. Yeah, you have that little cutscene thing where it's like, hey, look over there. And if you have the sniper rifle instead of the binoculars, you just load it up, and if you can headshot him, he dies. And you don't have to do that boss fight at all.
Yeah.
That's how I did it my second playthrough. My first playthrough, because I wanted all the uniforms, you have to beat the bosses by eliminating their stamina. So it's me running through the freaking forest, trying to find this guy's hiding points, and trying to put 1 or 2 trank shots into him over and over again. That boss fight...
And only to realize that's not how you're supposed to do it with him.
Yeah. It just took me forever to figure out how to get him, because there's other boss fights that are really easy to do that with. Shoots the dude who's jumping around in the trees. What was his name?
That was
Rage? No.
No.
Fury?
That Fury is the one with the fire.
Yeah, Fury's the fire.
You're thinking of... Oh my god, I'm blanking out also. Because he's such a nothing boss once you figure it out.
Yeah. But to get his outfit is also the easiest way to beat him, which is to just use the poison food that he keeps just dump poisonous food out and he just eats it. He's like, poison!
Yeah, it's like...
And it's just kind of a joke of a boss, but either way...
Oh, the fear.
The fear, thank you, yeah. Who is just one of these fun bosses where as soon as you notice that he's eating the food, I'm just like, oh wait, boom, here's a poisonous frog. Boom, here's rotted whatever I had still in my inventory, and you're just tossing that stuff out.
That was the one actually where I spent like 2 hours fighting.
Oh yeah, I bet, because if he keeps healing himself, that battle will just go on forever.
Not just that, I didn't know when, you know what, that room before, you know that facility that was before you fight him?
Mm-hmm.
There was, there's some thermal goggles.
Oh.
And I didn't know there was thermal goggles there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's like Predator, I'm just shooting in the air like, ah!
You're screaming and just spraying and praying. And then all the little fun things you could do, like when you can shoot the beehive down on Ocelot in the gunfight with him. Bees!
How ironic that like after a few screens you go against the pain.
Yeah.
I love Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm admitting this right now. Like the reason why I'm like so talkative about it, it's one of my favorite. It's like one of my favorite Metal Gear games of all time. I think it. What's up?
I agree with that.
It's like that like Metal Gear Solid 2. As much as I think like as much as I respect it now for what it was trying to do,
mm-hmm.
I think 3 really set the new standard that Kojima was trying to achieve with that game. And I really am proud that the game is praised as much as it is. And I'm happy that it gets out that I'm really happy that game is that game that set that standard now.
See, I really love 2, mainly because the variety of things you have to do in that game. Like, you have the part where you have to go and defuse the bomb, or not freeze the bombs. You have that part where you're gonna go across that bridge, but you have all the little sensors that'll blow up the bridge. You have to take out all the sensors. I liked the sheer variety, and that Metal Gear fight where you have to just take on a crap ton of Metal Gears. Those fights are so epic. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's an escort mission part of that game too, but it's not that hard of an escort mission.
No, but it's like, oh my god.
But M's death hurts, yeah.
Oh shoot.
But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3, I
loved about 3 was that I liked the jungle survival stuff. I thought that was actually a really cool game. And then when you're in the facility, it plays like, kind of more of a standard Metal Gear, which was also cool in its own way. A lot of the bosses had creative ways of beating them, like taking on that general dude where you gotta ricochet the bullets. Or he was a colonel or whatever he was. Or whatever. Vulcan, right?
Yeah.
Vulcan, you have to ricochet the bullets. I dug that fight. The end chase that's just endless and awesome. I dug that. Like, there's so many awesome parts. Plus, the sheer amount of humor in that game. With Naked Snake wearing the Raiden-looking mask, and then you have to wear the Raiden-looking mask and get molested by Vulcan. Or you can choose. Is that choice, or you have to? I think you have to do that.
No, you don't.
Oh, you don't? I totally did it, because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. It's optional, but you don't have to.
Sexual harassment. It's hilarious. But it's just all these little joke things in there, dropping bees on people. What else is in there? When you can get Snake's point of view and you realize that Snake's just ogling the women and stuff during different cutscenes. Like, oh man, just can you keep it in your pants for 5 minutes, dude? No, I need to make clones of myself. But you know what? Natural children would have been fine too. Yep, can't do that. Plot device. Like, oh.
Aww.
Because I was so sure that Solidus was a actual, because he says he was a pure clone, but some lines Ocelot had implied that he may have been your kid, but then Part 3 says, nope, he's also a clone because, yeah, plot device reasons. And then just the more you learn about, the Fox group and stuff like that, it's just awesome. There's so many layers to that, and oh god, the saving and having the movie trivia talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason people love this game. If you haven't tried it out, the HD version is available. It's out there on everything. Just play it. Oh, heck, there's a 3DS remake as well.
Don't buy it.
Oh, I've never played it, so I didn't know it was bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. But
yeah. Alright, well, never mind. Don't grab the remake, but enjoy the HD versions on everything. So, also, just as a follow-up to last week, yes, there have been a ton of bug fix patches coming out there for Halo and Assassin's Creed and GTA 5, and yet there's still more problems. So, that's just the joy of gaming, isn't it? So, hey, we fixed a problem. There's 7 more to go.
what I like is that one of the fixes is literally like delete all your friends or delete all your data.
Yeah, I hate patches that do that. And usually it's an unintended consequence. I don't think that was like something they planned on.
No, it wasn't.
But it happens with so many certain games that have gotten those patches that just kill your entire save set. Like you were talking.
No, they tell you to destroy everything before you put in a new patch.
Oh, okay. I don't like that either. The good news is, since I'm not usually an early adopter type, all these problems will be solved by the time I play these games. And I know people like jerk. I'm like, well, that's how I am. Or I go with Nintendo products, where Nintendo usually doesn't have these problems. Cough, cough, Pokemon, but that was also solved like 15 minutes later. OMG, there's a glitch in Pokemon. Oh wait, Nintendo just released a patch like a minute later. They're that
Literally.
awesome. But okay, moving on to the news.
But one more thing as a follow-up.
Oh yeah, follow up by all means.
One more thing. You know how last show I went on this huge thing about like me finding those games that were not
I totally said you had the update for this. I'm sorry, I forgot to fill you in. Go on, Ramses.
Well, I actually got in contact with the people at Unseen64, and they are on this information right now. They said event like soon, because like they have so much backlog that they have the info, but they do assure me right now that that they are going to put up that info that I posted onto their website soon.
Well,
Nice.
I missed last episode about what.
Okay. The annotated version of this story is I found some old scans from the Mexican equivalent of Nintendo Power of an unreleased Dragon Ball game here in the United States, and also of a Sailor Moon game as well.
And the Dragon Ball Z game has English dialogue.
Yeah.
So
And I've been hearing a lot, and I've been doing a lot of talking with some people as well. Apparently, there's more people coming forward saying that they've seen scans of a Sailor Moon game as well in English.
I wish they brought both of those out. I would have had both and been... Well, I probably would have had Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if I'd have grabbed the Sailor Moon one, but I still probably would have really been excited about it.
But yeah, so that's the update right now.
Alright. Sorry I dissed you on that one. I just slipped my mind completely.
So don't worry about it, my good man. Don't worry about it. The nature of the beast that we live in.
Yeah, it's just the craziness of trying to keep up with everything. Well, we're getting to the news. I'm going to get the sad news out of the way real quick, just because I want to stay on the gamer positivity, as we try to say. TM. Double Fine Studios had to sadly lay off 12 people because of a project that did not go through because a publisher canceled it. For those who don't know, that's Tim Schafer's new company. The current projects will not be harmed by this, it's just their new IP is now canceled. They didn't say what the new IP was, so I guess we shouldn't worry about it. It's just unfortunate to see people get laid off this close before Christmas. But the games that they are working on is the Kickstarter-approved Broken Age, Grim Fandango Remastered, which they showed off at E3, and Massive Chalice, which I know nothing about. But I feel sorry for those 12 people. It's unfortunate, but Double Fine is still going to be producing games, and hopefully those people can have another chance to work with Double Fine in the future. On the note of Kickstarter games done by old school people who used to work for LucasArts, we have Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick, and they are working on Tumbleweed Park, which will be a point-and-click game and kind of a spiritual successor to Maniac Mansion. They are near their goal. They said they have an official release month, I think, of August or September 2015. But it's one of those things where I'm kind of surprised that many people are giving money to a point-and-click game. But it is done by people who generally made they worked on the LucasArts classic ones, which are my favorite of the point-and-click genre. As much as I loved King's Quest, I loved the humor of Sam and Max and Day of the Tentacle and things like that. Although I liked just the sheer variety of stuff you could do in the Dig. And the motorcycle one.
Full Throttle.
Thank you. I loved me some Full Throttle, even though I can't remember its name, so I'm totally douchey on that. Yeah. I think both those things, that's kind of cool to see that they're getting some love. And a funny point, look, Telltale Games has proven that funny point-and-click games can be awesome via their continuation of Monkey Island, and Back to the Future had some humor in it, and the Sam & Max games they did are great. So, yeah, by all means, more funny point-and-click games. Those are always welcome. On the Nintendo side of things, several weeks ago we talked about the Mewtwo downloadable content for Smash Brothers. And according to a new kind of little thing that came out, if you register with Club Nintendo, both a 3DS and a Wii U version of Smash Brothers, you get Mewtwo for free. It has been implied that that will be paid content for anyone else who doesn't have both games, or is not a Club Nintendo member for some reason. But Nintendo says that Mewtwo will be the only premium DLC for Smash Brothers. So that either means we're going to get free DLC, or likely this is their way of skirting around the fact that you're going to have to grab amiibos to add more character stages, etc. We'll see what the future holds for that, but I thought that was kind of an interesting little thing. And thanks to Pokemania for cluing me in on the free Mewtwo for those of you who own Wii U's and 3DS's and would like to have Smash Brothers on both.
I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about that. I don't know about the time restraint on that or not. There's probably a way to work around that. I mean, because you have the game, so it's not like you don't have the game. And as long as you're a Club Nintendo person, then I think it should all work out. But there's probably customer service or something you can contact about that if you have a question or concern, because that's something I can't answer. Yeah. Well, if you do end up getting your free Mewtwo, I totally need to play on your system, because I loved Mewtwo back in the day. He was a lot of fun to play as. Of course, I'd still like to see Roy make a return appearance, but whatever. I don't need I don't need to see the Sword of Seals raining fire down on people. I guess that's not something I need to see again, even though that'd be a lot of fun. Of course, Roy's biggest problem was that he was fragile as all else. But again, he was also like one of the youngest lords in all of Fire Emblem, so I guess it would explain why he was not as sturdy as Ike or Marth. But moving on from there, Amiibo news, because there's always more Amiibo news, because Nintendo is going to milk this for as much as they can. That's true. Yeah. No, I'm fully fine with that. And hell, I've even said of some of these figures, I kind of want to buy them and just have them on my shelf, even though I don't have a Wii U. Just because I want some of these. And one of the ones I want is listed in this this little news story. A couple more exclusives have been set. For those who've been following the Amiibo news, Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles is the exclusive for GameStop. However, we have two new exclusives to get excited about, maybe. The first is Lucario is exclusive to Toys R Us. Oh my god, I want this toy. Lucario looks awesome. I've always wanted a Lucario figure. I totally want this. It's only going to be $14, which isn't too bad for a nice figure that will eventually have functionality.
Actually, $12.99.
Oh, it's even cheaper than I thought. Nice.
Yeah, it's like I'll tell you guys later after you finish up your news.
So it's definitely something I'd like. Unfortunately, there's no Toys R Us's that are near me that I know of. I'm sure there's some. There has to be one. I'm in Boston. There's got to be a Toys R Us somewhere. But yeah. But it's definitely something that, like, oh my god, I want that Lucario on my desk here next to my little other figures. I have another figure I need to put out here. I have a Eris I need to put out. I have the chance. And then from Best Buy, we get Meta Knight, who I don't really care that much about. But, I don't need a Meta Knight on my shelf. I'm sure if he has really cool functionality bonuses, that's really cool, but I don't need him on my shelf. And since I don't have a Wii U, it's all about what I want on my shelf. And so for my shelf, there's certain things I'd want, like Samus or something. Speaking of which, messed up Double Gun Samus.
Double Gun Samus confirmed for Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, don't tease me about a Metroid Prime 4. That would just be too awesome.
What about Metroid Second M?
Ugh. I think it's the story and to a lesser extent the voice acting. Some of the gameplay looks kind of cool. I actually kind of was digging on that third person kind of thing. But a lot of people was hating on the story and the characters.
You know what? There's something for me when it comes to the story, maybe one of the time, other times with the gameplay. I really need to worry about it. I honestly think this is almost the story on it and what the game as a game, not to kind of.
Well, I think giving the game to Team Ninja was a bad idea, in my opinion, and I stand by that. Back when it was on Control Alt Kill was when that game came out, and God, who was the one who? I think it was Don Allen ended up doing the review for that one, and he said he called it Otherum.
Otherum.
Otherum, because it's just Otherum is one word. Is Otherum? Metroid Otherum is a pain relief supplement that you can take when your life seems really, really stupid. You can take this, and it'll make you appreciate your life more.
I want to say that back when I had back in the day, I did a for other M. So it's there. I will link it so that way you guys can see it and everything. That it's not on Scarlet Rhapsody. It's on my website. The link is still there. It's gone. Probably gone by now. I'll figure it out when I do it. It's gone or what? But I didn't do it.
Yeah, see if you can find it. We'll try to link it in the show notes. Because, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a dissenting opinion. It all comes down to kind of what you want in a game. I tend to be very much more story-based, which is ironic because I love JRPGs that almost always have the same exact freaking story. But if the story's kind of bland, character interactions can actually be a lot of fun and make things work out more, which is actually more of where I like the JRPGs. I like all the character interactions. And that's why I like the Tales of series, because you can get these little interstitials when walking around where characters will just make commentary about the area they're at, or they'll make commentary about the boss fight they just had or stuff like that I really enjoy. And it was actually one of the reasons why I recently asked people on Twitter about, hey, is there something that plays out like a BioWare game? Because I want an American RPG that has a lot more of that character interaction. And I like how BioWare does that in, you know, Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect. Hell, Mass Effect is on sale right now on PlayStation Network, and since I have 1 and 2 on my Xbox, but I know my Xbox out here in Boston, I was tempted to buy like 1 or 1 and 2 just to replay some of those fun character interactions and what have you, because I like those just talking moments that you can just explore a character's backstory through questions and answers, and you know, just kind of have some fun like that. So, I mean, that's just kind of what I look for. I like story and I like character interaction. So to me, a Call of Duty game means nothing because it doesn't have either of those. I don't consider character interaction, Jones, get over here, we're pinned down. That's not character interaction. That's someone yelling my next objective. So, who knows? Maybe I actually would enjoy Other M for what it offers. But if the story is really stupid and the character interactions are annoying, then it's going to bother me. I remember one person, I think it was Benzai, back when he used to do videos, posted a Other M in 5 seconds, and it was just an endless, it was just like a minute and a half of Samus talking and just about something really inane. And he just it cuts to Benzai and it's just like, shut up so I can keep playing, shut up, I want to continue with the game, or something like that. Shut up, I just want to, that's what, shut up, I just want to play a game. Was his thing. It was like a minute of inane dialogue followed by him yelling, shut up, I just want to play a game.
There's some parts of this game that's like very difficult. My hat's off to the developer of this game.
It's Team Ninja, who is known for making hard games. I mean, those Ninja Gaiden kick your ass. Oh. We were still talking about Other M. No,
Actually, from what I heard about Other M is that Other M is not bad in terms of its difficulty. It's just the storytelling is, since it's up close, since it's like the thing that's like front and center.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really killed the game.
Yeah. Oh, you're still in that jungle level. I didn't realize. I've been paying attention. I've been going through the news, and so I didn't realize you're still in the jungle level.
I've been The worm is kind of one of the still boss. Big bosses I was fighting slow stage here.
At least as you go through it, you seem to be a lot more proficient at just clearing this level. But
I mean, once again,
yeah.
it goes down to that this task stuff goes back to that regular stuff from remember.
Yeah, but getting back to the news real quick, it's kind of cool to see these amiibos being exclusives to different locations. I think that's actually kind of a cool little, a smart thing for Nintendo to do. People like me who might not be able to find some of these stores and either need like some sort of other alternative method of buying some of them, or what have you.
Here's my thoughts on it. I'm really down with the amiibos. I saw them a couple of days before their official release, and there's some where it's like really, like the one I'm most disappointed with was Marth, who I aptly dubbed Mirth because he's got he's got this like look of he's got this thousand yard stare, and wow. He looks like, you know, he's seen some shit, and he's got his mouth like.
You ever played the Shadow Dragon remake, or better yet, actually no, because if it's Young Marth, then he wouldn't have the stuff from King Marth. King Marth's the one who's seen some shit.
Well, no, it's more along the lines that it's Young Marth, but it's like he's got this look of like. My name is
This was the emblem. Oh my god.
Game name is Mirth. Yeah, the ones that are highly praised are Mario and Fox, while the rest of them are like, really? Like, the one I'm really disappointed and the one I'm like, I got heartbroken for was Peach. That was the one I really wanted, and she's like, oh wow, she's not that good.
Yeah.
Not that good.
I just want to say, it's all because Batman wanted to see up the script.
Shut up.
Was that the Ramses joke originally? Did you just steal Ramses' joke?
No, I think he's bringing back that joke and throwing it at my face.
Well, no, that's a joke for everybody because they want to see what's coming into this script. The Void.
No, that's what's her face. What's her face from Mario Galaxy? Rosalina.
Oh, Rosalina.
She's the one with the void.
That's right.
Yeah, Princess should just probably have like, I just assume mushroom spotted panties.
But yeah, like she's got that problem where she's like she's got that little mouth thing, like unpainted like thing where she's like.
See, I like the Link design though. I mean, just in terms of.
I like the that thing when you sit on that on the little end. I don't like the way it's positioned because you can't really see where his face is. It's like very, ducked down. See his face,
He's Link. But some of these are looking kind of cool. Some, yeah, like I said, I think the problem is some of them are hit and miss, and I think part of the problem is that they're trying to do action poses, which can either look really, really cool or terrible, and that becomes a problem. I think the characters who are less in an action pose, like the Lucario one, he's just like kind of like in a fighting stance, and I think that works really, really well for that, versus some of these other ones that they're trying to be like, oh, I'm in an action pose, I'm in the middle of throwing something, or I'm in the middle of like striking something, and it just looks a little dumb.
Well, the thing is, like, for example, the one I really liked was Fox. And what I like is Fox is in this position like he's running, and that's cool because the way they painted it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, Marth on the other hand, he's stationary, and he looks like.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to just look at this Marth one because this is gonna get to me if I don't see Marth's amiibo, and it's probably gonna piss me off.
It will. Someone posted a compare and contrast to both the figures, of the release figure and the and the pre-production one, you aptly call the one the release figure.
That's a tiny picture. I need a better picture than that.
There you go.
Just show. Oh, the snake one looks badass. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here, but. Oh,
Please?
I think I found that one of the two faces.
Yeah.
Or one face actually looks kind of like fierce and ready, and the other face looks like, I'm a scary porcelain doll. I will eat your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
Hey, I swallow your soul! I swallow your soul! I swallow your soul!
Swallow this. Yeah, he looks bored. If you actually look at the full body one, he's just like, I'm here, I guess. Damn it.
Yeah, the production one, the pre-production one looks awesome, and then the real one's like,
I'm here. I'm gonna do some fighting, I guess. I'm like, guys, if you make a Roy one, can you make him look like have him? You know what I want for Roy? I want the pose from the game, at least from the Fire Emblem game. I don't remember. Oh, he had this pose in the fighting in Smash as well, where he has the sword held up and like the flames coming off the sword. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
That is the sword held high with the flames coming off it. I loved that pose in the game, and that was for his ranged attack, where his like sword would ignite and then he'd like throw the flame at an enemy, and it just looked so awesome in the game. And God, this Martha is pissing me off.
The thing is, I didn't want to make this joke, but it looks like more the production model Marth looks like Marth's special ed brother, like special needs brother.
No, he just looks like he's really like he looks like a terrifying porcelain doll that's just like, and it's annoying because when you look at the sales box, the face on the sales box looks like the prototype, and then the figure in I have a sword. Look at my sword. I'm annoyed. Please don't screw up Fire Emblem characters. It's like my favorite Nintendo franchise. I don't know. I'm looking at like. Wait, is this the prototype Peach or is this the actual final Peach? That I'm looking at it. It has her looking like she's like sitting on something, kind of.
Yeah, that's that.
I'm fine.
That's
with that. No problem with that.
Yeah, but I heard that the coloring on her, like the way they color it, is just as bad as.
Like the coloring does look weird. It doesn't look like her right coloring, but at least her pose and stuff's fine. And the coloring they could fix in a second run, if they decide to do that. And then yeah, Mario looks good. Link looks good. Little Mac looks ripped. Oh my god. He looks.
Well, Little Mac comes out next year. Yeah, comes out not next year, but he comes out next month.
Yeah, he looks ripped. Man, you don't want to mess with Little Mac. And then, yes, I do like the Samus one. I know it's a standard basic pose and doesn't seem all that, but I love the full armor, and she has the Varia suit with the extra bulk into it. I just dig it.
The two good variants.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to be able to find that. They're not going to.
That figure is going to be like that figure is going to be like worth like an arm and a leg now.
Oh, there's an upskirt shot of. I like how I'm just searching Amiibo figures on a Google image. Someone has already posted an upskirt shot of Peach.
Where?
Of course they did.
You can't really see much of what's up her skirt, but someone posted it on shoot, I think I should have just linked directly to the image. Hold on. Exciting podcast, people. You're listening to us talk. I can find it.
My kid was excited. Can't you just hear him?
Yeah, just you can find it.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm seeing it right now. What the fuck?
So someone already came up with that, Ramses, and I'm fairly certain it wasn't you. But someone else has said, "Hey, click." I'm like, what the F, game fans? Really? I mean, she's like one of the most pure, innocent characters in the world of video games, and you had to make.
Not only that, Jerry, she always gets kidnapped, and that's why she gives off that innocent vibe.
Well, no, because you go to like Super Mario 64, and it's just that little note of like, "Dear Mario, come over to the castle. Let's bake a cake. Have fun." And I'm like, all right. It's like Peach is just like chilling out. It's cool. Yeah. And then you have to go and save her, and then when you finally save her, she's like, let's go bake that cake. And I'm like, hey, she remembered. But here's another thing. She's a princess who bakes. You find me one other princess who's good at baking. Yeah, I didn't think so. Zelda bakes? Nope.
Cookie Mama.
Cinderella bakes? Actually, Cinderella might bake. Cinderella might be the one competitor here. Cinderella can probably bake. Ah, yeah, Princess the Frog. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, she can cook too. Okay, so we got a handful of princesses who can cook. Awesome. Good.
But if you go into your statement of video game princesses,
How many freaking princesses who can cook? You know?
Good point. Anyways,
I guess we should probably wrap up the news to the final story. Go online and find the Marth amiibo is going to totally be the stock image for this episode. Just derpy Marth. It's gotta be it, but okay. Our final news story is actually kind of an interesting one, and it's kind of double story. A lot of people were taking advantage of Walmart's price matching services.
yeah, that's true. Double things. Those two. One was that. Sorry to take the fire on that, Jared. One of them was
That means.
we used were glitched on Sears.com site for $60. People taking advantage of that while it was still up.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was that, people abusing the Walmart price match thing for PlayStation 4s by getting $90 by having fake advertisements on Amazon Prime or whatever the Amazon reseller is. And,
Yep.
And Walmart honoring that price.
good guy Walmart.
Which
what to
is
say.
horrible, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I understand jumping on the Sears mistake, and I don't know if you could have ordered it online from Sears as well for that price.
No.
If you order it,
No.
usually what happens is with that kind of stuff with glitches, if you order it online, Sears will cancel it out and send you an email saying, "Oh, we're sorry, but this price was an error in our thing. Your money was refunded. You will not get the product. Please buy the product if you can, but it'll be at the regular
The proper price, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not cool. I mean, like I said, that was an honest mistake, and okay, people did that. No, okay, it was kind of funny. I know, baby, I know. But when people literally make fake Amazon reseller account things to just rip off a company, that's when it's crossing a line. It's one thing when it's kind of amusing and okay, well, a handful of people who got away with this. Okay, well, what you gonna do? When you're just literally setting this up so you can rip off the company, that's when it bothers me.
Here's the thing.
It might sound critical, and I'm sorry if it does, but it's just that's just kind of how I see it.
Well, the thing is also too. Here's one thing you need to realize: it's not necessarily hurting. It's not necessarily hurting. It's not necessarily hurting Walmart for them to do it. It's actually hurting Sony and Nintendo for them to do that.
Well, it hurts both. Because
Hurts both.
Nintendo sold those units, yes, but they didn't sell them at retail. But the thing is, Walmart has to remake that cost from money lost.
Well, because here's basically the way it works. Nintendo sells the unit to the store sells the unit to the consumer. So when the store loses money, technically Nintendo does not lose money.
Yeah.
Walmart is going to have to recoup those costs or just take it as a loss. And
Walmart will recoup that lost revenue by raising the prices on some items that they can put prices higher for, then make up that difference if they lost or not.
And I know there's people out there who are like, oh, Walmart's an evil corporation and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know, hippies. But you still shouldn't rip off a company even if you do think they're evil. That's still not right. I mean, it's tantamount to basically robbing them.
Well, now I want to
Well,
say,
so
taken full advantage of Walmart's price matching to acquire my review. But that was because it was on Walmart.com's site, and I was like, I did not want to wait 2 weeks before I could get it when they have the stuff on in store.
But see, that's using it for what it's supposed to be used for. That's the purpose is to have you be a customer and they'll match the price so you to go to their store versus someone else's store. That makes sense. That's what it's there for. It's not meant. If you instead had done something saying like, oh, well, this Amazon thing says we use cost $15, so then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that, well, in order to recoup, like one thing that's going to happen also about that will be the end result from all this as well is that the goodwill between Sony or Nintendo might diminish with Walmart and stuff like that. So it's like they might even say, "Hey, you can't sell any of our systems anymore here at Walmart."
I can't do that. They make too much money off of Walmart. Walmart has said that they're going to restructure their price matching policies, which will hurt everyone basically who comes in to try to do a price match. I haven't shopped at a Walmart in forever, and I think I live in a state that doesn't have them, so it doesn't affect me. But I know people who doing kind of like what Miguel did was doing it for the right reasons will probably get hurt on this in the future. But I don't know exactly what that restructuring is. Maybe it's just a whole, we won't honor stuff from certain websites or something, or what have you.
For certain sections of a website, for example, they won't accept. Like you can still price match from Amazon, but you can't price match from the section where it's like the deal, like the one from yeah.
Or maybe they'll price match up to X% of the total price. No, where they won't take it down by 50%, but they might bring it down by like 15% or something. Something along those lines. I don't know the full details on it, and I'm sure they probably been posted by now, or they'll be posted at least by Black Friday. So
yeah, because that was a big thing for
even Thanksgiving, probably on like Tuesday or Wednesday at the very latest. So I'm sure anyone who is curious about that can probably look it up on Google or something.
Well, here's the thing. Them price matching Walmart, Walmart price matching Amazon was kind of a big deal. Like that was like their big thing that they were banking on this holiday.
Yeah, because then you'll buy from Walmart rather than buying off of Amazon, which is my plan. Is at 12:01, I'm going to jump onto Amazon, buy the handful of things I want for people's Christmas presents, and then I get to spend the rest of my Black Friday chilling playing video games. That's my plan. And literally chilling, since we're supposed to have snow around then, so I'll be literally chilling. Yep.
Indeed. So yeah, so it's like, yeah, well, it was good while it lasted, but don't do that, people.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Damn right.
Like, if you're gonna get a price match, don't do it for like $1 or $2. At least do it more reasonably. Like if it's a PlayStation 4, at least say it was like $250 or something like that. Don't say it was like $1 or $2. But then, yeah, you're kind of like a dick.
Well, because the numbers I saw was someone got it for $50 and another person did it for like $100 for the PS4s, and I was like, I guess if they were going to scam them, they should have scammed them for like dropping the price by $50 or something.
Yeah.
And then they probably wouldn't have gotten caught. Is more of what the point is here. It's of course, supposedly some of these people bragged about it on what they did on Twitter because people are freaking stupid.
They did brag about it on Reddit, Twitter, whatever. But the thing is, let's just say that. What if it was just an actual run-of-the-mill Joe that saw that big cat for $50 at Walmart mentioned it? I'll just go there, get it, and $50. They will buy it, and they're like, yeah, you spent $50. It's not their fault that you found a faulty ad that someone set up so that way they can refuse it.
That's true. I don't blame the person who just walked in and did that, but I do blame the person who did it specifically as a scheme.
Yeah.
And okay, look, you're gonna do something criminal. I can't stop you because obviously I don't know who's doing this, so I couldn't have just walked up and said, hey, stop. But I can say this. If you're gonna do some sort of criminal act, don't be so stupid as to brag about it online, you freaking idiot. Like, okay, yes, odds are we can't track them via their, Reddit or Twitter or /v or whatever they went into to brag about it. But yeah, I guess you could. So, but you know what? I want these people to get in trouble. People who are really good, expert, anonymous on this. Get on this and bust these people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, this bothered me. Like, it was funny at first, and I'll admit, had Ramses taken advantage of that and gotten me a Wii U for really cheap, that really would.
I was about to, believe it or not. The minute it popped up on my Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
I literally ran to my mom's room like, no, we gotta go to Walmart right now.
Yeah.
If I would have done it at that moment when I saw that thing,
Mm-hmm.
if you would have went at that very moment and took advantage of it, I would have went away with a $60 week.
Yeah. And like I said, if you can do it, man, just grab me one. I'm good for it. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back.
I know. It's just like, I tried, and they got smart.
It's okay. But it's definitely one of those little things where, okay, I would have taken advantage of that because everyone kind of was, and I guess it's that mob mentality or whatever. But it wasn't like Sears was specifically trying to screw over Walmart. It was a glitch. And as a gamer, you know that sometimes we will take advantage of glitches. It's just what we do.
That's what Dark Souls is, basically. Just pressing the advantage of a glitch.
Yeah.
So what else is there?
That's the whole news right there. We are wrapped up, which is obviously not as much news as be coming out the next couple of months, and because in America here we got Thanksgiving coming up, so a lot of people are just kind of that mindset of like, dude, I just want some turkey. Can I just, even though they didn't have turkey at the first Thanksgiving, like I still kind of want turkey.
Well, I guess that'll close it for me. I can't get past the second stage of Jet Gunner.
I've ceased paying attention and watching you play the same level over and over again.
Yeah, kind of difficult, especially at some of the parts right here in that second stage.
Yeah, I've just been so focused on like the other aspects of the show, and then looking at amiibos and the perverts out there who want to take dirty shots of Princess Peach.
Shut up.
It's like seeing someone do upskirt shots of my sister, man. It's not cool. Like, I get Rosalina, I get that, but like, not Peach.
By the way, there is nothing Rosalina. Rosalina is like the void. That's like space. It's like you go in there. That's like 2001. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's like
Just all the lights and everything. You're like, whoa!
yeah. It's like you're yeah. That's what it basically is.
And then as that happening, I go, wait, hold on a second, and I just reach into my desk and I pull out Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly, and I just load that on. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Oh, it goes.
Yeah, that's it. I guess, right?
Anything else that we want to bring up? Anything we want to talk about? Because like
No.
I'm tapped out, believe it or not. Like I really got anything like. You wanted to talk about Black Friday special, right?
I did, but
Black Friday is kind of a pain. The only one I know off the top of my head is the Best Buy Wii U bundle for $350 or $360. You get the Mario 3D Land, Nintendo Land bundle with Super Smash Brothers and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
yeah, Amazon has some fairly decent things that they'll have popped up even though it's not at all what I've been looking at. I've been looking at because I've been looking at people's gifts less so than video games. But I'll go over Amazon's real quick right here for the video game related stuff. So there's tons of other things like accessories and what have you. But GTA 5 is going to be on sale. It doesn't say how much here. Assassin's Creed Black Flag will be on sale for about $12. I assume that's last gen. Final Fantasy 13-3 will be on sale. Infamous Second Son. Various other PS4 titles as low as $19. Titanfall for Xbox One, $24. Tomb Raider.
It was, Titanfall was like $10 for on PC the other day.
Yeah. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition will be on sale.
What game I really like? I mean, I'm sorry to deviate from here, but just Time Splitters.
Well, that's a franchise that's probably never going to come back, but I played Time Splitters too, so I actually enjoyed that. I just like the idea of just having all the various weird weapons from history. I like anachronistic weapons. They're fun, and modern weapons in the past is always just exciting. I'm a cowboy. I have a AK-47. Mad Dog Tannen is a real threat until you pull out a freaking AK and just unload an entire clip into him. One of the interesting things is my favorite one when we were pre-looking at this is various other titles, $9 to $30. Just various other titles.
Greatest game ever.
Yep.
But then yes, a lot of other accessories and what have you from Amazon, but primarily that's the general game ones. Best Buy does have the game system thing like sorry, I was also going to say Target. And I know Target has something up to there too. Just give me a second here to look it up.
Target's actually a pretty cool one because this year what they're trying to do is because of the data breach earlier this year, what they're gonna do is they're actually gonna give people who go the first 1,000 people that go in will be given a gift card, and it can be either $20 or $200.
Oh, it's just a random gift card?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of different things over at Best Buy, including a handful of different games for $20. The Xbox One 500 gigabyte bundle with Assassin's Creed Unity and Black Flag, and an extra controller for $430 or $429.99, however you want to say that. That's the same model that Evan ended up grabbing. And what was the big Target one? I know there's a big Target one. That gift card would be kind of nice, actually. I wouldn't mind to just go for that, but I'm usually not the stand in line to go for Black Friday stuffs.
Yeah.
I did that once because a friend of mine specifically was looking for one or two things at Best Buy, and he's just like, these aren't the TVs that will immediately sell out, and it's $11.50. So do you want to just throw on some shoes and drive over to Best Buy? I'm like, yeah, why not? And then we just went in at 12:01 after the massive crowd, and we went in and grabbed the memory stick and the handful of super cheap movies he wanted, and that worked out pretty well. Yeah. Wait, that's weird. According to this little thing I'm reading, and maybe I got my numbers wrong, but Target has the Xbox One 500 with the Assassin's Creed bundle for $329 instead of $429 at Best Buy. I wonder if that's a typo or if there's different versions of this bundle. But yeah, that seems to just be the standard. I'm sure that's also going to be available on Amazon. That'll be the standard Black Friday bundle for Xbox. And I know there's a Wii U one somewhere, but I haven't seen it on any of these listings. But yeah, a lot of stuff to go through. It all comes down to whether or not you want to go hunt a game system, or if you're like me and looking for maybe a handful of games for cheap. One of the things actually that's been on my list personally is trying to find a really good co-op game for me and my brothers to play. And it's just trying to make a decision as to what co-op game would really fill that slot. And it would have to obviously have online play just because we're all separated now. Oh, there's also Skylanders on sale at least at what look, Toys R Us has some Skylander stuff on sale to do Skylanders.
Skylanders Toys R Us has a really good deal where you can actually buy 3 animals for $33.
3 amigos.
Actually, no, $30.
I might just, if that's available online, I might just run for that and just grab me some
Does Toys R Us
amigos.
currently have a buy one get one game for 40% off or something like that too?
Oh, they also have a Nintendo 3DS XL Mario Party bundle for $180.
Huh.
Loves me some Mario Party. I wouldn't mind to play Mario Party on the 3DS. That actually could be a lot of fun. You just need friends who can play it too.
Yeah. I know something's gonna come
Indeed.
up because I got a.
See, they also have the. Oh, okay, I see. There's 2 different Xbox One sets because there's the 430 Xbox One and the 330 Xbox One, and they also have the $400 PS4 Lego Batman version they were talking about last week.
The one was but again, where's the Ramses one? With GTA 5 and Lego Batman 3.
So, but yeah, there's a handful of decent deals out there if you're gonna hunt for them. And Toys R Us is one of those surprising ones because I think a lot of us, when we get older, we stop thinking about Toys R Us.
I don't.
But yeah, if you're a toy person like Ramses, Toys R Us is always going to kind of be there and be your little friend you can turn to when you need to.
And of course now we've got the little one, so.
Babies R Us.
The Batman. Still looking for that NECA Lego for that NECA NES Batman. Jared, your mind's gonna explode when I tell you about this figure. They took the '89 Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and they pretty much decked them out to look like the Nintendo version, all purple.
Nice.
So yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Anyways, that's a whole different discussion for another time.
Well, we could go into toy modding, but that feels Plastic Ronin's territory to me.
Plastic Ronin's Ramses Project, whatever.
Yeah, it feels like people who do more toy talk. We don't do a lot of toy talk here, but
Well, it's just Andy Bose and
Yeah.
talking about the upskirt, talking about the upskirt peach.
yeah, the weirdness of that. But
It's amazingly detailed.
though is that they're functional with a game. I mean, if someone here played Skylanders, you'd probably have Skylander discussions, or if someone here played Disney Infinity, you'd probably have, Disney Infinity figures also on sale at Toys R Us.
The only one I'm disappointed is why didn't they make a single one for Star-Lord? I want a fucking Star-Lord right now.
They'll make one eventually.
They'll make it. The Guardians was popular enough. They might try to coincide it with the DVD release or something. But at Walmart, you can grab a PlayStation 4 with a $50 Walmart gift card. I think it's a standard one. It's just the $400 PS4. But that'd be kind of cool to get a little gift, because then that basically buys you a free game right there. Or if you can get some of the on-sale games, you might be able to get 2 free games. And they have this similar oh my god, Xbox One 500 with Halo Master Chief Collection plus the $30 gift card for $329. That would be a fun little. I mean, if they fix the bugs in Halo Master Chief Collection, that could actually be a really cool little thing to do. $30 gift card doesn't. Well, depending what's on sale, it might buy you something.
Actually, the bugs have already been fixed already. Like the major ones about matchmaking,
Mm-hmm.
they're all fixed now.
Oh, sweet.
So it's like you can play all the stuff now in Halo.
I may have found one of the best things here at Walmart. Xbox Live 3-month cards, 50% off.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. And those things normally run, I think, what are those?
$60.
No, it's the 3-month. So 3-month, I think, is $20?
No, I want to say like 15.
15 maybe? So getting those 50% off isn't too bad. You can grab a couple of those for easy.
Let's see. GameStop has them for $24.99. $24.99 minus how much?
50% off.
That's $12. Holy crap! That's
Yeah, for
one
3 months of gold.
3 months ago. But you buy 4 of those. 4 times 12. That's $48.
That's cheaper than buying a 12 months subscription. Here's another one that sounds kind of awesome. I'm so tempted to grab, and I really shouldn't spend the money. Xbox One Halo bundle with your choice of game, which I guess means I have multiple different game options, plus 12 months Xbox Live, $379 online order only, available all day Thursday.
It's not bad.
Yeah. And then they have so yeah, there's some interesting little deals here. That kind of a surprise to get through some of these things. Oh, they have a online order version for PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 GTA 5 Last of Us bundle. Your choice of 2 additional games for $449. Online order only, and available all day Thursday.
Now, are those games selectable, or are they up on the list? Or
It'll be probably a selectable list online. I've seen that before with, I don't remember what, I think it was a Black Friday for a 3DS. It was get a 3DS XL with 2 games, but the 2 games just weren't that good. But it didn't, the sale didn't last. I remember trying to go for that, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. And it was just like, I was clicked on it, and so it's like, this sale is over. And I'm like, oh. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but I remember seeing something like that. It was either with them or maybe it was a Best Buy. But I remember trying to order online a 3DS with a deal like that, and it'll have like 4 games listed, and you can just click one of the 4 games. Oh, it looks like Advanced Warfare will be on sale. Yeah, well, it has a Xbox One version for $49.96. And
plus $10 off practically.
And PS3/360 version is $39.96. So $10 between the next gen and the last gen, but I think both of those are $10 off of their standard prices. That's kind of nice. They also have Skylanders on sale here, and Disney Infinity characters for $9 a piece. It's kind of nice. So yeah, there's some. Oh wow. A Nintendo 3DS XL Super Mario Bros. 2 bundle, which I didn't know there was such a thing. Oh, it's probably the new Super Mario Bros., isn't it? For $49.98.
Wait, what?
The Nintendo 3DS XL Super Mario Bros. 2 bundle for $49.96. Excuse me, not 98.
Wait, $49?
Yes, $49. For 3DS XL. With Mario. Yeah.
Now you see, now you're like, you say it nonchalantly, but that's like the, what?
That's what they have listed here. Now, if that's a typo or something, I cannot say, but that's what they have listed on this web zone, and they, no, that right there. I see it on this scan of the advertisement.
Oh my god! It's like, I'm now extremely tempted because I'm intentionally waiting to buy the new controlled 3DS.
Yeah.
But like, oh, that is now extremely tempting to buy now. Like, I'm like 80, I'm like 80-20 now.
Yeah. I got mine earlier this year, and I have the one with the Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and it's silver and has a nice little drawing of Mario and Luigi on it. And I'm holding it in my hands right now, and I'm looking at it and being like, yay! Mario and Luigi like jumping on it. I like mine because it's a unique design at 3DS. I like my unique design systems. I think it started when my brother custom modded the color design of his classic Game Boy. So we both had classic Game Boys back in the day, and we had a point, he's like, we need to make ours look different. So he went and like painted his and added some decals and stuff, and it's pretty awesome. Versus mine that was always plain. Because I couldn't do that, and I didn't ask him to do it, because then I felt like, I'd be ripping him off or whatever. Yeah, there's some pretty strong sales out there. People keep your eyes open. You can find the mailers probably came out, or will be out on Saturday. And, or Sunday, excuse me. And probably findable online. So there's something. If you're looking for something, you can find it. Several different bundle options for the Xbox One and PS4 if you have a system on that. And I'm surprised I'm not seeing many Wii U options here, but definitely things in there. I mean, that Amiibo deal, I might just, if that's available online, I might go and order that and just add 3 Amiibos onto my shelf. They can all like hang out, and then I'll tab them with my little little minifigs from Fate Stay Night that I have on my table, and a few items on there.
Nothing says awesome than having having like this derpy looking Marth with all these cool characters.
These are great. Like, finally, I have my first Fire Emblem figure. It's Derpy Marth. I have a sword. I'm gonna stab something or eat your soul with my empty eyes. I couldn't. It would just be too scary to have on my desk. I'm afraid it'll just come to life and like try to eat my soul. I'm like, oh my god, a tiny toy trying to. Oh wait, you're tiny. I can throw you in the trash.
Not only that, it's like, well, let's see. You have a sword. I have an axe. I have a sword. I'm like a couple of squares away from you. I can use this bow and arrow on you, and you die instantly.
I gotta have a really high attack stat or a really good bow to pull that off. Marth had some really good. Marth had like main character stats.
Yeah.
Usually a pretty strong stat card. He's one of the more powerful lords in the Fire Emblem universe.
Is there anything else?
Tom Ike was pretty friggin' broken. But yeah, that's about it. Those are the major deals. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of different games on sale. So if you have a specific game you've had your eye on, and as long as it, hell, I mean, the fact that like Advanced Warfare is on sale on Walmart makes me go, oh wow. So even newer games you can possibly find on sale if you look at the right place. But beyond that, I think that's all we really, need to bring up for Black Friday things. In the video game realm, I mean, obviously if there's something else you guys are looking for, we're a video game show, so sorry if there's like a movie you've been really wanting. Like, where can I get the Hunger Games? Oh wait, that just came out in theaters. Hunger Games 2, where can I get that on sale? I'm like, I don't know.
Don't care. I get my movies from a different place altogether. I would say it, but I'm pretty sure if I say it, I'm gonna hear the police sirens coming from everywhere.
Yeah, you're Mexican. You get them from some dude in the trunk of his car, but
I get them at
I get my movies where most white people get their movies. It's Netflix. Jeez. Keep it classy, Southern California.
You can't have the Yankees.
But yeah, I think there's some interesting options out there. Like I said, I'm going to be more focused on gifts because I have a lot of brothers. So I have 2.5 brothers. So it's going to be a lot of shopping for me. But one guy isn't like a brother, but he's been like so close to my family for years. I remember he's basically like the cousin nobody likes. That it's just kind of you're the cousin that nobody likes, but we just keep you around for some reason. So no, I'm kidding. I'm just being a dick because it's basically like having 3 brothers and no sisters. So that's always been my life. It's always just being competitive and jerky with each other because that's how this works. Except for the youngest brother, he's awesome. He's like chill. He's like, I'm not competitive with anyone, and I'm like, hey, good for you. I think competitive is nice, as opposed to the rest of us. We're all competitive in one way or another. Because, well, I mean, like you have a bunch of siblings, so you know what it's like to... Oh, I thought you had more than that. Just brother? Oh, no. Oh, okay. My bad. Your brother's awesome. I like Victor. He's a cool guy.
Anyways,
we're going to talk about our families instead of talking about video games. I apologize. This is what happens when we run out of content. Stupid holidays, like making show short.
I blame Ubisoft.
Alright, that's why I'm playing the Livestream game right now.
Yes, that's great. So for anyone listening to this as audio, cannot watch that live stream right now.
But it's an awesome game. I was going to say, you know what's
That's why we like to encourage people that want to have this show to go watch the Livestream.
Well, you know what? I can wrap the show right now, and we can do an after show with the live stream, and bug people to keep watching our after show.
If there are people, because anyways.
I know. I even exited out because I needed my bandwidth was getting a little weird, and since when recording, I kind of need my bandwidth to be good.
Anyways, I was going to say one thing I want to make a comment about this game You know what this game reminds me of?
Hmm.
Does any of you guys play Alien Soldier for the Genesis?
There's.
It's a Japanese game, but like they release this game so many times in compilations.
Mhm.
It's made by Treasure, and yeah, it's totally like this game.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of Genesis importing. I haven't played many Mega Drive games, so that's not.
Because like, the reason why I know about this game is that they always put this game in compilation. They always put that game in compilations.
Okay.
Like I think in the most recent Sega Genesis collection, like which I.
The podcast show.
All right. Well, if you're listening right now, keep listening. We're going to continue, but this is the end of the podcast. And so this is Jared for Ramses, Miguel, little baby Miguel, and background to Becky saying, game over and winners don't do drugs. Now we can talk about Mega Drive imports.
Yeah, that game's really like mind blowing. It's like.
Now I beat the stage.
Oh, okay. Well, I just closed my browser. Let me open up and check this game out. Maybe I had played it or something like it. Because I was thinking of Alien Storm or something like that on the Genesis is the first game that came to my mind, but I think it's called Alien Storm or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a good stage on Twitch. Well, Contra was awesome though. It just always has been and always will be. Loading.
Let's see. I've already made a tweet saying that we're done podcasting, but we are going to go. But we're still going to talk to the people.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to
I'll
join us.
go and share that in a minute. I'm just waiting for the stupid loading thing. Okay, well, whatever. It's loading.
By the way, do you like the fact that the icon is Alex Kidd?
Oh, for Secret Stage?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I thought it was an interesting choice, and it goes into our whole old school kind of thing.
Well, I think it's like I just like that. I just like that image of just Alex Kidd punching with this huge, ginormous fist.
I think it's great though because we do. Like I said, if anything, we're mostly focused on retro and indie. And whenever we review a game, whenever we're talking about stuff, it's always me talking about some game from the 90s, or Miguel with his indie game of the month, which, I still like that as a segment of the show. And definitely the idea of live streaming some of those indie games, like we did right there with Jet Gunner. Oh, we're back to Jet Gunner?
We're still.
Oh, I thought you quit. I thought you were switching games. Jeez. Man, Fireman ain't got shit on this stage. Just flames in all directions. I'm just, from what I can see right now is you just running through this fire stage. And I'm like, jeez. Just flamethrowers everywhere. Yeah, I was thinking Contra, and like I said, Super Rad Ray Gun. Oh, nice. Yeah, lava sprayer, whatever, sprayer boss thing. This actually reminds me of something you'd find in a Mega Man X game as a Sigma stage boss. Because those Sigma stage bosses are always something weird like this.
Yeah.
I miss playing Mega Man X. I really want to do that again. I want to dig out like Mega Man X or X2. I have X4 lying around somewhere as well.
Whoa!
Oh, I love.
Mario wants the traps back.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I just saw that. X4 is great because I love the god awful dubbing in that. Oh no!
What am I fighting for?
I just love the General. You must stop the coup. I'm like, the coup? Look, there's bad acting, and then there's how the f do you not know the word coup? Of all French words we are taught in America, that's like the only one. We are taught the word coup, and then beyond that, we're not taught any other French words.
Whoa!
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. You're still alive in my stream a bit.
No, I got.
Oh. It just happened on mine.
Hey, you know what, guys? I'll be back. I'm gonna go do a few things really quick. I'll be back. So hold on tight. I'll be back. Okay.
You know, Ramsey's gonna take a little break. I need to use the restroom anyways and grab a snack of some sort.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Oh, I'm still trapped behind the board of half-completed furniture.
Wow, seriously? It's a knockback. That knockback kills me. Ah, shit.
Ah, there we go. Should I have for something? Alright. Yeah, portable hard drive is having problems. Trying to figure it out. And I now have pasta. Delicious cheesy pasta. I'm sorry. I've been trying to mess with this hard drive. I haven't been paying attention to the... Whoa! That crazy fire dude. I like how you have the little, like, R-type dealie just flying you around and shooting at everything. Or you did, or got destroyed.
Stop that.
Stage complete. Huzzah. Yeah, look at the good side. We have 14 views. So even if people didn't stick around, at least people like came in and like watched for a little bit.
Thanks for watching. Whoever's still
Yeah.
there. As long as it's not us.
There's no way we would have added up to 14, even though I like left and came back. That only would have counted as like 2. So. I wasn't paying attention to our numbers during the podcast. I was trying to focus on, you know, the actual stuff we were doing for the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of a cool little like Mega Man Contra hybrid. What's up, dealie, under the platform you were trying to get? So totally nullifying the death there. This kind of reminds me of the gimmick from Gutsman stage, those platforms that just like drop out on you. Yeah. It's still kind of that level. You need to time your jumping just properly. That was quick.
Oh, that's not my that would explain why I was dying.
Oh, really? Is that they just nullify your jetpack? Well, that's annoying. So now it really is like timing your jumps just right. there's a little mission briefing. I just love the one for that jungle level where it just goes, "You must destroy the enemy factory in the jungle." Yay, delicious pasta. I guess switch was like super talkative, and then me and Ramses went to grab food, so it became way less super talkative. Well, this is one of those games where you really do have to be paying attention to it. Oh, great. That comes excellent. This is a pay attention to. Yeah. Yeah. Mostly this, though. I think the episode came out pretty well. Also, probably make a minor fix probably right there in the beginning when a little distracted, but I think otherwise it actually came out pretty good. And I think we'll get the timing of getting everything, and for live streaming a game and stuff like that, down a little bit better as we just get some practice at this. Not that of your thing, it's just hitting it and you're just trying to dodge those little crystal dealies. Of course, you know, trying to dodge and dodging are two different things. I think it's a little windmill thing. I think my biggest problem with when people are like, hey, I'm going to live stream at this time, is I always forget what time it is, or it's always in, you know, I arrive at the wrong time because I'm thinking East Coast or something. Like, unless I'm specifically seeing it posted right then and there, saying like, right now, we are doing this, then otherwise it's just kind of difficult for me to go and do it. So I feel bad because there's people I totally want to support on this, and including Ramses, and I can't really. Because I always just mix things up or mess it up or something. I'm like, oh yeah, stupid fans. They're kind of a funny when I was watching you play, so I'm like, you know what, the jetpack and stuff, this platform doesn't seem that bad. And then as soon as you get the span level, I'm like, of course there's a level where the jetpack doesn't work. And you have to memorize the timing of those platforms. Always, which would be probably the biggest pain of, oh, no, you're backing outside again. It would be like the biggest pain for me. I'm like, oh, don't give me a jetpack and then tell me I can't use it anymore. I understand it for the sake of challenge. Obviously, if you always had a pit escape kind of thing,
Yeah.
or it doesn't save you from everything.
I think that's what we're gonna call it. Season to hold on, but I gotta get some food. That's it though.
Yeah.